Hi Capricorn, welcome to How Love Tarot. This is a general reading for the month of October 2021. I've already pulled your cards. Sitting here is your present position. So a couple of things about your present position. If the present position doesn't make sense, one of two things may be happening. You're watching this reading too early, or this is not your reading. I am a psychic and a medium, so I get the information from the spirit world. So they do give me things out into the future, and many times things have not played out in the readings until kind of after the month has gone by sometimes. And you could even watch this reading back first week in November and you would have seen things play out at that point in the present position. Then this is your reading. If at that point, let's say you watch it at the end of October, this still does not resonate with you, this present position, this is definitely not your reading. In my readings, because I'm getting the information from the spirit world, please do not pick and choose what you take in the reading. Either the reading is for you or it is not for you, and it is validated by the present position. I know all the readers say, you know, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I have been doing this for 40 years. When I give you a reading and it resonates with you, it resonates with you, and that's the end of it. Don't pick and choose in my readings, because I do give outcomes from the spirit world. And I do see it in the comments sometimes where people have not resonated with the reading at all, but they're resonating with the outcome. And that is not a good way of kind of looking at my readings. It's going to lead you down the wrong path. Okay, so just be aware of that. The other thing is in case, I know whenever I have a new deck, somebody will always message me about it. This is actually, what I'm using here, this is the Kipper. And you can get that on Amazon. But this is a deck that I picked up at an antique fair in Paris. It's a antique Tarot de Leonardo da Vinci, and I picked it up in Paris. So that's it. It's in French, and I guess if you go to France, I didn't see it anywhere else. But, you know, it's always cool picking up these antique decks. So anyway, if you don't bust your brain trying to find it, I haven't seen it anywhere. This is the first and only time I saw it was at that market that I picked it up at. And that's why I picked it up. Anyway, so we have Privileged Lady here and the number 3 in numerology. We also have the 6 of Swords for you and the 6 of Wands for you and the 7 of Wands for you. Very, very interesting energy, Capricorn. I just want to bring this closer so you can perhaps look at the pictures a little bit closer. So this current energy is so powerful. Spirit, can you bring forward to me the meaning of the Privileged Lady in the present position, the 6 of Wands and the 7 of Wands for Capricorn? So you have had to be quite diplomatic in the way that you have needed to get something done in your life. It has been a kind of reverse psychology kind of a thing in getting what you want. This has been also a battle of wills. And so what was happening in this scenario is it feels as if it was destructive or toxic. It feels as if you needed to put your point across in a very stern, unforgiving manner. Let me add this. Those of you that are cross-watchers, don't cross-watch my readings. Go to your own reading and look at that reading. Either it resonates or it doesn't. If you look at my readings and you're a cross-watcher and you don't like what I have to say about the person you're cross-watching, I don't want to know, and I'm going to delete your comment. You should not be watching on my channel. I don't care about everybody else's because everybody operates very differently. But on my channel, the spirit world would, I think there's only been like one reading ever that I've done on YouTube where spirit world allowed cross watchers. So I'm telling you, cross watchers, you're not going to like what I have to say, especially if you're the antagonist in this relationship with Capricorn. Please go to your own reading or turn to another station where, you know, cross watchers are welcome, because they're reading in a manner that will apply to both Capricorn and yourself. Okay, even if let's say your person was a Capricorn, don't think about this reading and switch roles. If you have to switch roles in my reading, this is not your reading. I've been doing this for too long. So just accept that it's not your reading. There's tons of really great readers out there. Butch Tarot's brilliant. Sassy Tarot, Rambling Mike, Eat Love Read, I think Dana's Tarot, all brilliant tarot readers. There are others too, but Radco Tarot, they're all amazing. So check those stations out. Getting back to you, Capricorn, you have been in a situation where you have needed to get your point across. There may have been a lot of conflict in this situation, but ultimately you have victory. Ultimately, it shows here that you have victory because you knew how to handle the situation. You knew how to use your intelligence and your grace and your intellect to get the point across. It feels as if you slayed the dragon here. It feels as if there was a situation that, you know, you tried to deal with it. It was unsuccessful. You had to get assertive. You then had to get aggressive. I'm not advocating aggressive communication. That is up for interpretation, right? If you're name calling and putting somebody down and being condescending, I definitely don't advocate for that. But there may have been a situation where you had to call a spade, and that's what I'm talking about, where somebody is being condescending to you, somebody's putting you down, and in order to make them stop, you need to kind of put a mirror up to them and say, hey, how about you take a look at yourself, right? But you minimize that kind of behavior. So I see you having victory over that in the present position. That's what you're dealing with in the month of October, is this very, very difficult position that you're in. And it feels like you're being judged, not just by whoever this is with the communication. It could be people. Here it shows, first of all, it shows one person, then it shows people that you're having an antagonistic exchange with. But ultimately, you do what needs to be done. And I do feel that you have victory in it. You get your point across, you maintain your integrity, or put it this way, if you had to show your ass in the situation, Capricorn, then you had to. We all make mistakes. But what I see here is that you backtrack and you're able to reground. You're able to be accountable to yourself and say, you know what, I'm never going to handle that type of situation like that ever again. And so there's a reckoning within you if you had to do that. The other person doesn't need to know that, but you know it for yourself. So you're holding yourself to a very high standard. In the challenge position, we have the Child and we have the King of Cups. And it looks here that you are, Capricorn, like the person or the situation that you've been dealing with is very immature in many ways. So it could be a situation, right? It could be something that just doesn't have enough knowledge. They don't have enough understanding. It doesn't mean that they're immature in a condescending way. It means that they don't have all the facts. And so there's a lot of tolerance that you have to have in this scenario to be able to forgive and understand where the person or the people are in the context of whatever the hell this is, where there's been antagonistic exchange. And so what I have in the what I have for you in the challenge position is that internally you have love for this person or situation, or reverence or tolerance or patience. But it's not that easy to continue to put up with tantrum after friggin' tantrum. That's what it feels like. It feels like when it's good and cute and dandy and amazing and great. And when it is a mess, it's an absolute mess that you have to clean up. And so it feels like you need a timeout to be able to get into the right space to deal with it again. So that's in your challenge position. I do see you being successful in that, because it looks like you're using your wisdom to navigate this situation. In the strength position in the month of October, we have high honor. We have the King of Wands here for you, and we have the Emperor. So you do, wow, Capricorn, you really do take charge of this situation. If there is forgiveness that is needed, I do feel that you handle it in a way that I'm sorry if you can't see these cards. They're very light colored. Do you see that? They're very light in color. So I apologize if you can't see them that clearly. So let me try and turn this down so there's a bit of a contrast. Hopefully that helps. But so basically what's happening is, in the strength position, Spirit, bring it forward. There's going to be your ability to regain control of the situation. Where there was a need to kind of reclaim, become empowered to conquer the situation, you do it. But in the strength position, we have here the King of Wands. And what this shows is that you move forward extremely strategically. You move forward in a way that makes sure that this situation never happens again. So you're being extremely, you're not missing anything. How do I want to put that, Spirit? You're aware now how bad things can get, and you're going to prevent that from happening again. You're going to make sure that you're secure. You're going to make sure that you're taken care of, and you're going to make sure that the situation is handled the way it's supposed to. And so it's like you're going to implement a plan of some sort to some of you may also be reaching out for advice. So this situation may have gotten so antagonistic that you may be reaching out to somebody spiritual, like a spiritual counselor or a life coach or a therapist. Or you may already be in therapy and be discussing this, because this is kind of what this energy shows here, that you're discussing how to go about things, or you're processing it with somebody that is an expert, not a friend or a mom or a dad or a sister or whoever, right? It feels as if you have somebody that is very impartial, and that could be a brother, sister, mother, father, friend, even spouse, right? They could be the kind of person that's extremely objective and grounded. So I see you kind of having words with them about how to move forward and processing this situation in a way that it just empowers you and leaves you in having the upper hand in the situation. So that is very positive in that regard, because it shows that you are extremely aware that things have got to never go in this direction again. And look at the outcome, which is absolutely beautiful. We have the gift, right? We have the Ace of Swords. And then we have the Knight of Swords. So what we have is, if this is a person it shows that you're going to have patience with them. There's going to be apologies here, whether they deserve the apology or not. I feel like you're going to be the bigger person here. I feel like you're going to have to soothe them, even though they may have been the one that really brought this down to its knees. I feel you taking the higher road here, and that's why we have the Ace of Swords. And in return, what you do is it's almost like, because you handle it so professionally or so eloquently or so elegantly, you stop the war, WAR, the war, the antagonism, the destruction of whatever this is. And instead it becomes a gift, like peace and forgiveness and laughter and joy. And there's an authenticity in regards to how you're able to now communicate in this situation extremely carefully but authentically. So I do see there being an extremely, from the beginning actually, there's an extremely positive outcome with this situation. Spirit, do you want to give me one more card for the outcome? I feel like I need one more card. Wow, thanks. And here we have Temperance. So what may happen, Capricorn, is that this resolution that I'm talking about, where calm is restored, you're able to kind of have the upper hand, be strategic, process, be able to look at things objectively, take your own responsibility for things that have happened, because, it takes two to tango, right? I don't care whose fault it is. We can all take accountability in a very difficult situation, and it does help provide a level of peace and understanding that may not be present without somebody taking the high road. So I do feel that this is not going to resolve itself in October, but you're going to see the beginnings of this gift outcome in the month of October. And I feel if you strategically move forward in a very peaceful manner, I feel in a matter of time it will resolve itself and it will sort itself out, and there will be I feel like there's an unexpected outcome of a gift that you receive as a result, and that gift can come in any form. It can come in, whatever the scenario is. This is a general reading. So whatever that gift is, I do believe that you will receive it. Capricorn, that is your reading. I hope it was helpful. Do me a favor, Capricorn. You are the first that I'm reading for with a Leonardo da Vinci deck. If you like the brighter colors, please tell me. But because I can read from any deck pretty much. But Spirit wanted me to start using this deck, and I wanted to get feedback. I don't know how many of you actually look at the cards, because in so many readings you're not looking at the cards, you're looking at the reader. So I don't know if you care about it or not, but if you do, one way or the other, I'd really love to hear your feedback, given the fact that you're the first sign that I'm reading for with this beautiful ancient Parisian tarot deck. Anyway, Capricorn, you have a good month, and I will speak to you soon.